and just
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Heron Heads podcast. My name is Julio, and I'm joined today by some friends and fellow Inter Miami fans, Dave and Chris. Jose is still not here, but on behalf of all of us, thank you for joining the Heron Heads podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami, powered by 786 Sports. And this episode is brought to you by Floofball, the up-and-coming dog toy brand for football-loving pups.
Floofball makes soccer-inspired plush toys and bandanas, which I have right here in front of me. So your dog can rep your favorite team right alongside you while you're watching these awesome games.
Their Floofball Miami collection is perfect for match day, featuring a pink plush soccer ball and team-style bandanas that scream, Vamos, Miami!
Whether you're at the park or watching the game from the couch, your pup will be looking like a true 12th man.
Grab your pup the soccer kit they deserve at floofball.com. That's FLOOFBALL.com. And receive 10% off your first purchase with code HeronHeads at checkout. Head over to floofball.com and use code HeronHeads for 10% off your first purchase. Thank you to Floofball for sponsoring us. You guys can find a link in the description wherever you're listening. And now we can get into Inter Miami versus Necaxa. 2-2 penalties, and Inter Miami with Rios Novo and net somehow find a way to get out of there with 2 points after losing Messi to a soft tissue injury in the first 10 minutes, a red card to Maxi Falcon, 15, 20 minutes in. And this match had a little bit of everything. So how's everyone's heart rate doing right now?
I had to use my Floofball tonight as a stress ball, because that was a horrible match from Inter Miami, a horrible match from Mascherano, and on top of it all, Messi's hurt. That is, everything just went wrong tonight. It just looked ugly out there. Mascherano, I don't know what he's doing. His subs just don't make any sense at all whatsoever. I mean, we need some sort of attack. No one's running up to attack, and he makes some very questionable subs, a little more defensive than what I like to see, and then just that Messi injury is just heartbreaking, man. Worst time right now to do it. You know, we're on the outside looking in right now. If you look at the League's Cup table, we really needed those 3 points. 2 points keeps us up there, but we'll see. There's some other matches coming up now tonight and obviously tomorrow. But it's gonna be an uphill climb right now. We definitely need to win the next one though.
Yeah, this one was a roller coaster because I think before the match, excuse me, before the match, we were talking about like what we needed to really advance, and we needed a bunch of goals in this one. And man, it's just we had discussed maybe a 2-0 victory, but that's not enough to really catch up with the goal differentials. And then we come away with, not only do we come away with a non-victory, we just got the 2 points for the tie plus penalty win, but it's an even draw with goal differential, so that doesn't help either. Just 2 goals scored. It's just disappointing. And then you're happy that you're seeing the group get the start. You get Messi immediately gets hurt in 10 minutes. And then you're like, oh, okay, whatever. We got a quick goal, so maybe we can withstand the loss of Messi after the Segovia goal. And almost right after that, you have like 10 minutes later, you get a really, really, really questionable soft red card on Falcon, which even the announcers, who were pretty terrible on the day on their judgment of things, were in accordance with that being a very, very, very questionable red card. The fact that the VAR reviewed it and decided that should stand is questionable in of itself. And then luckily we were able to match them with getting the, what is it, Cardona a second, or Calderon a second yellow card. But this one was a really, really rough match. At times it looked like the team had given up. And then Alba, I mean, you got to give it up to DePaul for really continuing to put nice balls into play. And like he puts balls into play where people are supposed to be, and you can see he expects certain runs, and they're just not happening. Especially when Messi's not there, Segovia's not there. There's nobody in the attack. So the fact that DePaul continued to feed it into the attack was really the big reason that we were able to get the equalizing goal there. But yeah, I mean, you feel good in the sense that you were able to pretty lifelessly get 2 points here. But all in all, with like everything being like all things being equal, you feel bad about Messi being hurt. You feel bad about Mascherano being a terrible, terrible tactician, terrible game manager, and then you feel bad about where you are now because we were able to get 3 points last time with a marginal victory. But now we got 2 points with just an even victory. The odds are against us right now in this tournament, and it's like, do we turn our attention to just getting the Leagues Cup, not the Leagues Cup, the MLS Cup? It's I don't know. I feel pretty down right now. That's my big takeaways. I'm not feeling great right now after this penalty win.
I feel better right now than 15 minutes ago, but yeah, I think overall, I mean, Messi getting injured, having to come off due to injury. There's a lot of people in the chat saying that it seems like it could be 3 weeks, that Argentine reporters reporting 3 weeks. I think it's still probably a little too early to know the exact details, but nonetheless, I mean, Messi just being hurt just flattens like all expectations for this competition, for a return to MLS in the next coming weeks. And that's obviously like the biggest story from tonight. It's not that we dropped 1 point. It's that Messi came out injured, and now the prospects for the next month, there's a big storm cloud overhead. So I'm happy with what the team showed by not giving up, even though there seemed to be players all around that sort of were just like, well, Messi got hurt and we're down, and it is what it is. Like Alba, even though he was pretty frustrated at times late in the match, he found a way to get the equalizer late. And and the penalties, what can you say? I mean, Rios Novo did a okay job. He saved the one he needed to save, and no one missed, unbelievably.
Suarez almost did.
I definitely thought a few players were prime to miss. I thought Redondo was going to miss for sure. I thought Benhau was 50-50, considering he lost both coin flips. And Suarez would have been just like iconic if he missed after falling over himself, after doing so many things over the course of this season. It would have just been like a microcosm of his season. But yeah, it's a weird one because like we saved 2 points, which it's still going to be very difficult to advance out of this round because of that. But it is probably the best case scenario if at 10 minutes Messi goes down and you're like, okay, you're going to get 2 points out of this match. You say, okay, I can say that's okay. But yeah, it's still uphill battle. Still, I think overall the vibe is pretty negative with today's match. Mostly from just Messi being hurt.
Not just that, Messi goes down, and you're gonna get a red card all within the first 20 minutes. So yeah, if you say it if you put it from that angle, yeah, this was a very it's a very positive outcome when you paint it in that light. But I don't know, I can't shake the feeling like of doom.
Yeah, there's no like joy. There's no joy tonight.
Yeah.
Like Messi got hurt. We dropped a point, which I mean, that's going to count for something based on the results that the MLS teams have been getting.
Also, in turn, there's no goal differential change,
right?
Which is a huge deal after 7 goals scored by one. Another one has like 5 goal differentials, 4 goal differentials. So that's another big part in all of this too.
And just more evidence of Mascherano just not really knowing what he's doing, in my opinion.
Yeah, when it comes to the attack, he just doesn't put any kind of emphasis on it. And this tournament is framed around scoring goals, and yet you see it again in this one where he continues to just go all out on defense. And I'm like, my guy, you need to score. We need to score points. Put more emphasis on the attack. Don't bring in Toto. don't bring, when Messi goes down, don't bring in Redondo. Like what is the thought process here? There's just,
and
you're on mute, Julio.
sorry, the Toto one's really interesting because that was right after the red card for Necaxa, and we saw that Benja, Bright, and Fafa were coming on, and you thought that's a pretty good substitution package. And then Necaxa picks up the red card. Mascherano sends all three of them back to continue to warm up. And then when he's ready to make that sub, which was his last substitution window, instead of Fafa coming on, which I still think makes a ton of sense when you know you need to get the win, he switches Fafa for Toto. And he did it. I was trying to think of like what possibly could be the reason. And I like maybe to ease Noah Allen back in, but it's more important to get the points. Like you run everybody ragged. Like why is Noah Allen different? That one's perplexing to me.
And if you watch the game, there was no one pushing up to attack. I said it in our Discord. If you're not in it, go follow. We have the link below. But I said in the Discord, there's no one running up. It's just Suarez up there waiting for the ball. And then obviously we know he doesn't do anything once he gets the ball. He can't do anything. He's not capable anymore. And there's just no one attacking. So if you try to push, it just stalls because there's nothing happening. If you put someone like Fafa in here, like Julio said, his original sub that he was going to make, then you have that piece on the outside that's going to really open up the defense a little bit and push up. But we just don't see that when Messi's out, especially when you take Segovia out. Like, what are we going to do now? Next match, Messi's out. Who's going to be the scorer? You know, who's going to be that guy out there? Is Mascherano? Do we really think Mascherano has the tactical skills or the mindset to put the proper pieces in there to attack, or is it just going to kind of sit back, hope someone gets a goal, and then make the sub to just sit back and park the bus again? Because that's not going to do it. A 1-0 win next match is probably not going to get us to the next one. We're going to have to rely on a lot of other teams losing or something. But it just all trust. It's been lost for Mascherano for a while, but today's match just proves that point even more, man.
Yeah, him taking Segovia off is just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
When you lose Messi, you said Suarez is the only one kind of floundering in the attack. The only other person who's consistently done anything and created chances on the attack is Segovia, including today where he scored a very nice goal where he had to just dribble around some guys and create room for himself. That's something that nobody else really does. Yet there's two matches now in a row where you see Mascherano pull the rug out from Segovia and not really replace him with anybody else who can do anything on the attack. So it's disappointing. And then you get Suarez, who is falling over himself, and you feel bad because he does the initial right move and it looks like it's going to actually work out, and then his body recognizes that it's just a pile of bricks and he just topples over himself. And today, I think it happened more today and more egregiously today than we've seen yet, which is sad because we've seen some pretty bad instances of fitness from Suarez, but today just watching him crumble on one-on-one situations was really just sad, is what it is. You feel really bad for him as a professional who at the peak of his career was unmatched. And now we're seeing it's not even a shell, it's a shell of himself. It's really, really sad to see. Yet he plays the whole match. I get it that you want him for penalties, but if you replace him, there's a chance you don't even go to penalties. Like you saw a couple times where Rodrigo de Paul played a really, really nice through ball. Nobody going for it. That's a perfect spot for Fafa. And I don't want to beat the dead horse here, but in a tournament that you need goals and you need goal scoring opportunities and you don't put your best offensive players in, you're not trying to win. And that's not the mindset you want from your manager.
Yeah, I agree. And it's going to be really interesting. Assuming Messi misses time, what is the thing that changes? I still believe that Suarez has a lot of value as a playmaker. And I, again, thought he played some really good passes. He found, was it DePaul on a call that was offside? And he found him in the box. He found someone in the box on a nice little cross. But when Suarez drops in deep, I think he still has a lot of playmaking ability. His hold-up play is okay. It's not the best, but he gets the Necaxa player in foul trouble, gets the red card by earning the second yellow card. And yeah, I mean, I don't understand the Fafa thing. To me, it's specifically Fafa, whether it's for Suarez or Allende, or we saw Segovia come off today, as we saw him come off against the last match that we played. Yeah. And I just I don't get how he doesn't get more minutes, because you see him come onto the pitch and you feel like there's just energy and pace that we don't have otherwise. And I just don't understand why that's the case. So I'm curious to see what happens on Wednesday, because now Mascherano's hand is forced to play one new player.
Mm-hmm.
So who's it going to be? Is it going to be Benja? Is it going to be Fafa?
It's going to be Redondo. Watch.
Yeah,
that'll be.
You're probably right. I just hate. I don't understand.
No, I don't. I absolutely don't think it's the right call at all. Obviously, I mean, we everybody, not only us three, but everyone in the chat, everybody who watches the matches, they know Fafa should be in there. There has to be some kind of behind the scenes issue that's not allowing for that to happen, and it's sad that happens, because a serious club just tries to win and they make it work with the best players. And if Fafa is clearly one of your best players, if not your best player in the attack outside of Messi, so why aren't you putting him there? It's not just that he's a speed merchant. This man is dangerous in aerial duels. He can jump up. He can head. He's probably the best header on the team. And he opens up things for you. Nobody else can take advantage of what Rodrigo de Paul does outside of Messi. I don't know how many times you see these perfect balls and you're like, oh, well, if Fafa was in, that would have actually been useful.
And I don't see this right now is Fafa's the perfect solution to our situation right now, because we know that Segovia could play kind of that 10 role that Messi plays. We've seen him do it, and he's just more dangerous anyways doing that than playing out on the left wing or whatever. It's his natural spot. So right now, Mascherano's forced to put him into his natural spot, and you have that left wing open. What more natural player on the squad to play left wing than Fafa? If he makes any other decision other than Fafa, and it's just like you said, David, there's something else going on there. I don't know, but it'll just be absolutely insane for him not to make that call on the left wing with Fafa. And it wouldn't make sense.
At least to me, what's extra bothersome about it is it's not even attempted. And we went through this with Obando. We just don't get the opportunity to see what it even looks like. And Mascherano isn't even afforded the opportunity to see what it looks like. So it's of course you can't do it in high pressure situations if you haven't tested it out and know what a reasonable outcome is going to be by having that combination of players. But that's why you have to make substitutions and not play Suarez 90 minutes, not play Messi 90 minutes.
Yep.
Another soft tissue injury, because all these guys that are out there as our starting 11 play every single match. Most of them play 90 minutes, especially our older ones. And then it's when Messi got hurt, I genuinely was it's been coming.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of my thought.
It's not even that. It's Rodrigo de Paul has pretty much walked off the streets. The man hasn't played, practiced anything in over a month. Back-to-back games where he plays the entire match. Yeah. It's we're begging for disaster. I understand that the class is way further, way beyond anything else that we have. But you have to manage your assets. You can't just grind your best players to the ground, and that's been Mascherano. If I'm gonna use a Joseism and change and bring in another sport, he's a Tom Thibodeau is what it looks like. Tom Thibodeau is known for running his players to the ground and playing more minutes than any other coach in the league, and it looks like this was what Mascherano is, and all that's gonna do is when you get to these high stakes moments, is the players they're like nubs. They have nothing left to them.
Yeah, and also if that's the case, what's the point of even bringing these other people in?
Yeah,
just have youth players,
right? And look at, just to harp more on the fact that they're playing 90 minutes. Look at Alba, man, on the water break. Was it the first half water break? I think it was. They were massaging his, I think it was his left leg for whatever reason, and then later on, a few minutes later, you saw him touching and grabbing at that leg too. So man, these guys are tired. The soft tissue stuff is a big deal for for these fatigued players, muscle fatigue is a real thing, man. You're playing 90 minutes every 3 days. That gets to you. Plus, you're training in between it all. It's not good, and it's Mascherano's fault. A lot of the stuff is Mascherano's fault.
So, Chris, was Alba hurt or was he nerd?
Nerd.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a nerd.
Okay, good. Well, with that said, I think it's time to get into the most and least of the match.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
And now it's time for Jose's most and least of the match, presented by SofaScore. All right, guys. So in honor of Jose, we will do this most and least of the match. I think for the last time for the foreseeable future without Jose. So let's make sure we do it as smoothly as possible. But let's start off with the most of the match. Who do you guys have as your top choice?
I'm gonna start off. I think it's an obvious choice. It's Rodrigo de Paul. He came away with the 2 assists. Played very well box to box. Nice passes throughout. Some of his passes were technically turnovers because nobody else found the end of them. But I think that El Motorcito was the engine that kept this offense moving.
It's fun. You call him El Motorcito. You said you would never call him that.
I said I never would.
Here we are, 2 matches in.
It's that kind of day. It's that kind of day.
Oh, man.
You said
I was hoping you would have remembered that. I'm like,
I
he's
remember everything.
He's gonna remember.
So this is the first match in a while that we don't have to say except for Messi.
That's right.
So I'm gonna go with my boy Telasco Segovia. He's one of my favorite players on this team. Even when he has down games, he's still one of my favorite players on this team. And I thought he had another very, very good match. Makes absolutely zero sense why Mascherano continues to take him off. He's your only threat out there. And he still plays box to box, even with his attack and all that. He's still very good, man. He's a pesky defender. He attacks well. He shoots from outside the box, and we saw it tonight again. So that's my guy.
He's El Motorcito. He's a little Motorcito.
That's right.
Excellent. Rodrigo de Paul was the most of the match with a 8.6.
Nice.
Jordi Alba with an 8.5. And then Segovia was not in the top. He was 5 because
Shame.
Luis Suarez with a 7.8.
Stupid.
Despite having a yellow card. And Rios Novo.
He drew
Rios
the
Novo
red.
with a 7.6.
Would the pen save count towards Rios Novo?
I don't believe so.
No?
I don't believe so.
He had a good match, though. He had a good match. He made some nice saves.
Alba
He
could've
kept us
hit-
in the match.
Yeah, he did.
Alba, you mentioned that Suarez had that cross into the middle. It was Alba was offside, but he hit it right at him. Like he hit it right at the goalkeeper. I wish he was onside, and 2, I wish he hadn't hit it right at the goalkeeper.
Yes.
And then we've gotten all 3 points.
It's true. It's true. So let's talk about the least of the match. I'm gonna exclude Falcon because he had a 3.0. But he had an early red card, but I'm gonna exclude him from the ballot.
Shouldn't you exclude Allende as well, who only played 20 minutes?
No. Sure. We have so few players left.
I mean, it's not fair for Allende.
I listed 5 in the most of the match.
Well, because
And now I'm
Allende,
excluding Falcon, and okay, fine, we'll exclude Allende. So
you feel bad for him. I mean,
do we also exclude Messi?
All
He was
right, I'm gonna
terrible.
go. David's gonna keep rambling on here.
I'm just gonna keep eliminating players.
I'm gonna go with Noah Allen because that first goal was on him, definitely, directly on him. He got burned on that one.
I'm gonna go with the reason that Falcon got eliminated was because of Chelo Weigand.
Yep.
A mainstay in this segment here.
I couldn't use him last match. God damn it, I'm using him today.
All right, so Busquets was actually the least of the match with a 6.6.
But he got
Noah
taken
Allen-
off early, so no, I'm kidding.
Noah Allen with a 6.7, and Chelo had a 7.0.
Ugh.
I do want to say that Redondo, who came on for Messi in the 11th minute, 8.1, which would have put him 3rd.
I didn't
But
think he
we
played
don't
bad.
include substitutes.
I didn't think he played bad at all.
I didn't think he played bad. I don't think he played well.
That's very
So-
high for someone that didn't really reach the any assists, any goals, nothing.
He hit
Steady.
that.
For a
penalty-
midfielder,
maybe-
it's pretty high.
Maybe the penalty is taking into account.
Everyone would have been
No,
high.
everyone. Yeah, there would have been 5 of them there. That
You know, he also didn't elbow anyone today, so
Automatic 1 point.
plus 5.
All right. So I do want to give Rios Novo a little bit more limelight here because he's performed pretty well in Ustadi's absence. No, you don't think so? I don't think the first goal he could have done anything because that's one of those goals that like
Right. The second goal, I think he could have done a little bit better.
Agreed.
Like it didn't seem like an unstoppable ball. It really didn't.
He had the same shot come up against him when we were down 2-1 and he stops it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
third time's the charm. Third time's the charm, I guess.
I thought he had some nice saves. I didn't see how
penalties
many
are taken into account.
There you go. Yeah.
And look at the detailed stats.
I'm clicking between tabs. This isn't my normal gig, guys. This is Jose's job.
Look at the stats,
gallivanting around the world. But yeah, Rios Novo made some good saves. He had a really good save early in the second half with one of those Rojas rockets from outside the box that he saved over the top of the crossbar. He played really well. There wasn't a lot of corners in today's match.
It's because I didn't bet the under on corners.
That's correct. So he wasn't facing a lot of those set pieces, which he tends to get lost in the crowd of. But I thought Rios Novo played well, and I want to take a moment to just give him his flowers because despite allowing 2 goals at the end of the day, he kept us in the match to some extent, and he obviously made 1 save in the penalty shootout. So
7 saves.
Yeah,
7 saves.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he has gotten better. Like when we first started seeing him out there, he felt small and like you could see when he didn't really have to do much of that today, but like when it comes to parrying balls and trying to catch them and like doing the 2-hand punch and stuff like that, that's where his weaknesses really show. And he didn't really have that like the opportunity to do that today. So it's a benefit.
You know what I really like about Rios Novo is that he restarts. But he also restarts play really quickly, and he gets the play going. Yeah. I don't understand why keepers don't do that more often, where you have a bunch of players that just came on the attack from the opposition. If you make the save, get him moving the other way because you already have a bit of an advantage because the attackers are sort of like catching their step and then doubling back. So I always appreciate when he does that because to me, it feels like the smart play if you're able to find obviously a good outlet. But I thought he played pretty decent. So happy for Rios Novo. We'll be happier when Ustadi's back, obviously, but
he shut a lot of us up in the Discord too. We're all saying he can't reach to make a save. And
for the penalties,
yeah, we thought he was not.
I hated that he was like chumming it up with every single Necaxa player that was coming up. What are you doing?
Maybe he was saying such terrible, absurd, obscene things to them just with a big smile on his face.
Maybe.
I'm gonna chop your head off after this.
And speaking of interactions during the penalty, that Alba and the goalie interaction
I love it. It's like
so good.
Goalkeeper was like, hit it this way, and he did as far that way as possible. Unstoppable. Yeah, there were some great penalties taken.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper's penalty that was a nice one. Suarez's technically was a really good penalty. Alba's penalty shot was great.
Banghouse was right down the middle.
Redondo and Benja both just rolled it down the middle, right down Main Street. Yeah, mind games.
Honestly, I don't
like those mind games. Play the mind games the opposite way.
Every single penalty taken was good except for the one that Rios Novo blocked. Honestly,
no, I totally disagree. The very first penalty that Necaxa took was a awful penalty.
Yeah.
Also, the freaking broadcast team really grinded my gears. The one that Rios Novo saved, they were like, not a great penalty.
That approach.
That penalty was driven low and away pretty good compared to the first penalty that Necaxa scored. And they were like, really good penalty, like sent Rios Novo the wrong way. Rios Novo just had bad reactions on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a good penalty. Like when you look at the positioning of the ball of where it was placed, it was halfway between Rios Novo's starting position and the post. It is like one of the most savable penalties I've seen in recent memory. He just happened to have slow reactions to it. that really bothered me because
It was after.
then they discredited Dios Novo on the one that he saved.
Yeah, it was after that one that I'm like, he's not gonna stop a single ball.
Yeah, that was not a good start. That was not a good start, especially coming off of Benja losing both coin flips, as I mentioned earlier.
Yep.
Denying the La Familia from having the penalties in front of them, which would have been really fun.
He was just sacrificing that in
Yeah,
order
I mean,
to
hey, I'll
ensure
take it.
that they weren't gonna miss a single pen. That's all it was.
I'll take it. But yeah, now we have who's it? Pumas coming up next.
Yes,
Puma's coming up next. Yeah.
Do
So, I
we
mean,
have an updated standings?
We need to kick their butt.
Yeah, so I was actually gonna bring that up right now, Julio. So Inter Miami's first. They're first with 5 points. Columbus is second. Orlando third with 4, and then Seattle fourth with 3. That's the cutoff. Portland is playing tonight. They're fifth, right at the cutoff. Minnesota is playing right now. They have 3 points. They won their last match. Right now, they're beating Club America 2-1. So if they win, they could jump us. So there's a few that could happen right now, but RSL's playing right now as well. They have 2 points, so they may be able to tie us. So let's see. Tonight there's not much that could happen. Really, tomorrow and Monday is probably the bigger nights to see who jumps us and if we could still have a good standing there. So there you go.
Here's a live table for everyone on the YouTube. But yeah. Obviously a lot of teams with only one match played and they'll play in the coming nights, but it's obviously going to be tough. We need some of these other teams that scored a ton of goals to drop some points. That's basically the story there.
Yeah, Seattle with 7 goals needs to lose.
Outrageous.
They need to lose. Yeah, all of these guys under us.
This is wrong though. It says Miami has 6 points.
Well, there you go.
Where does it? Oh yeah, that's wrong. Should be 5.
If it says,
but
it
anyways,
the
the table will still look like that though, even if it was 5. Minnesota would jump us. Salt Lake would tie us with 5.
Well, are we sure that the other numbers are correct? That's
they're live.
No, I just looked at it. I looked at the MLS app. I wasn't looking at SofaScore. So
okay, if ours are wrong, then theirs could be wrong too.
All right, Dave. I'll take it off the screen.
Corn out of my face.
But yeah, the next match against Pumas is on Wednesday.
Is it a decent time or is it also a 7 o'clock one?
Oh, I just closed the tab. Christopher.
I got you.
7:30 p.m.
7:30. Yeah. Okay.
Slightly better than 7.
Yeah,
yes,
7 was
about 30 minutes better.
Slightly.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what it's going to be interesting to see what Mascherano does. Obviously, Messi's. I mean, I don't think it's been reported, but you heard it here first. Messi's going to miss the match on Wednesday.
Sources.
That's right, per sources. And I would never tell you who my sources are.
Because we don't even know who the sources are.
Yeah. Who's to say? Who's to say? But yeah, the match on Wednesday, obviously, we'll have way more understanding of the context with the other MLS teams having played. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. We're gonna see how Mascherano is forced to tinker and what he does with that opportunity.
He's gonna sit the boys down and be like, guys, I don't want to do this, but we have to score some goals.
10 defenders, get out there.
God.
We have to score. 6-man back line. Let's go.
Yeah. But thank you guys for tuning into the Heron Heads podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami. If you guys have hung out with us to the very end and have not done so already, please hit the like and subscribe buttons for those of you watching on YouTube. I don't think I thanked our Chief Heron Heads, so thank you to our Chief Heron Heads, Chow and Mari V, for your continued generous support. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, you'll find a link in the description wherever you guys are listening. And we'll catch you on Wednesday. Have a good rest of your weekend and a good night.